Welcome to the 10th chapter of the book of Revelation. I believe the 10th chapter has a change to it in that John is now looking he's on earth seeing things in heaven, and because it begins with, I saw a strong angel coming down. Chapter 1 is number 47 in the episodes of John, where he sees the strong angel coming down from heaven, wearing a cloud. So he's wearing it. Perivevilimenon means around it. It's something around you. It's wearing it around you like a cloak, not on top. And the iris, the rainbow, an iris plant comes from that, upon his head. So there's some type of a rainbow above. It's not a toxon. The toxon is a bow, an arrow-type bow. And his face was as the Helios, the sun, helium. So it was bright, something that couldn't look at hardly. And his podus, a pod, tripod, comes from that for feet, whereas columns of fire. Now, I don't see where this is Jesus. It's a possibility. It could be, but it doesn't say Son of Man or Son of God. It just says a strong angel, sort of like a herald who announces things. In 5:2, the strong angel came and said, "Who is worthy to open the scroll?" And the Lamb came. So Jesus wouldn't be asking, and then Jesus as the Lamb coming. In 18:21, it says that the strong angel threw a millstone into the sea, and then all types of things happen. When we get there, we'll go over that. So this strong angel is a special angel. It doesn't say he was a cherub or a cherubim. He doesn't have a name. But he had all these attributes that we just mentioned. And he had in his hand a small scroll being opened. A vivilidarion is the Greek word, and this word only appears in the book of Revelation here. It was being opened. And he put his right foot upon the sea, thalasis, thalactic has to do with the sea, and his left upon the land. Now, the right hand was considered the lucky hands, and I don't know if that had any meaning for something good or better from the sea, or just the way it was. It doesn't really say, but this is what it was. We see this angel who had his one foot on the sea and the other upon the land in some type of a form that John saw. And he cried out with a great voice, and that is a strong angel, as a leon, a lion, it's a transliteration, roars. So he's roaring out, and he cried out, and the seven thunders spoke the things, and when he cried out, the seven thunders spoke the things of their own voices or sounds. It could go either way with this word, phonos. A phone comes from that. So the seven thunders sounded out. And when the seven thunders spoke or sounded, I was about to write. And I heard a voice from out of the heavens saying to me, now we have this voice that comes from heaven. It was not the angel, the strong angel. The voice says, set a seal upon what the seven thunders spoke, and do not write these things. So he didn't listen to that. He didn't set a seal upon them, and do not write these things. I suppose that we closed it, sealed it with the wax seal, didn't write the things about it, as he has everything else he sees. And that would be number 48. 48 was 4, where he hears a voice from out of heaven. And the angel whom I saw standing upon the sea, the strong angel, and upon the earth, lifted his right hand, the right one, to the heavens. So he, raising his hand to heaven, he swore by an oath. So this is he's really intense to swear by an oath, that this is the way, this is what's going to happen. And it doesn't say who he swore by an oath on, but so if he swore on God, then you would know that it wasn't Jesus. If he swore it on himself, then maybe he was. He swore by the one living into the eons of the eons, who created the heaven and the things in it, and the earth and the things in it, and the sea and the things in it. So he's swearing to a higher authority, the Creator, that chronos, we have chronology, comes from that time or delay, shall not be any longer. And this is now something is going to happen. But in the days of the sound of the seventh angel, when he is about to trump, the mystery of God should be initiated, which good news was announced by his bondmen, the prophets. So when the seventh angel, it's not, I think it's in the next chapter. Now, what these thunders were, it's sealed, and he doesn't say, so I certainly don't know. Anybody that thinks that they do know, I would question it. And then verse 8, we have number 49 of the episodes of John. He hears a second time. And the phony, which I heard, ikusa, from out of the heaven, again spoke with me, and saying, Go, take the small scroll, the Vivilidarion, being open in the hand of the angel. That would be the strong angel standing upon the sea and upon the land. So go take it. So in verse 9, we have episodes 50 and 50, then 51. And John goes and speaks to the angel in 50, and the angel speaks to John 51. And I went forth to the angelon. Now, an angel is also a messenger. So if you think it's Christ, and it says an angel, it's a messenger. The messenger of the covenant I'm thinking about, it's a possibility. I wouldn't completely eliminate that possibility, but it's a possibility because by calling it him a messenger, that's a possible. Jesus took the form of a messenger, but again, he wouldn't swear on higher authority that himself, I wouldn't think, but saying to him, give to me the small scroll. John, all right, give it to me. And he says to me, well, take and devour it, and it shall embitter your belly, but in your mouth it's going to be it will be sweet as honey. Yeah, here it is. But you're going to you're going to get sick, but it's going to taste good. Well, then in verse 10 we have episode number 52 where John takes the scroll and devours it. And I took the small scroll from out of the hand of the angel and devoured it. And it was in my mouth as sweet honey. And when I ate it, my belly was made bitter. Maybe it's something like, it looks like it's going to be peaceful, but actually the whole situation in the world is going to turn into something very troubling to the people that are on the earth. And he says to me, it is necessary for you again to prophesy over peoples and nations and languages and many kings. So episode 53 is the angel tells John. It's a fairly short chapter, and it's pretty much to the point. We see all the things, the entities, and it's something that's going to happen. And it's pretty much black and white. Now, how it all happens, we don't know. And I suppose people could make movies out of these things and come up with all sorts of possibilities of making something what it's not, giving it a meaning that isn't necessarily true, but a lot of people write me and they have different other thoughts than I do on the things that I say. I like to bring it out and show you what it says and what it means and how the words relate to each other, rather than trying to say, well, this is all a certain thing that's going to happen and that these people aren't going to be here and so on, where you can make a movie out of it. So next in 11, we have, would be 54, a reed was given to John. And so we will go into that 11th chapter next, and I hope you'll join us in chapter 11, Book of Revelation, and God bless.